Lukas Maixner from Socialbakers. There is actually no single recipe how to address different age groups, different target groups with digital communication. So which groups do you believe are the easiest ones to be addressed, are the most prone to digital communication?
So I guess it's not a rocket science. I guess it's always depends. Like if you have to adopt some sort of media, be digital or social. So of course, like the users that were born in the digital age are much more natural in the space and are tend to be more responsive and more easier to address. But at the same time, as I was saying in my speech, quite a lot of baby boomers, so people basically in their late 50s and older, are online, are in social, and are actually using digital as one of the channels they go to when they research for their purchasing decisions.
So what would you say would be the biggest difference between a typical 60-year-old person and a typical, let's say, 40-year-old person with regards to being addressed by advertisers through the digital communication?
So what we've learned is that the baby boomers in general, so the, let's say, 60-ish year olds, as I was saying, they do use social media, but they are more cautious about what they share. They tend to protect their privacy more. They tend to do their homework and research before making the decision. So I would say that it's definitely a good idea to keep social as a part of your, or digital as a part of your channels, but like think more about user reviews, user-generated content, recommendations. So they probably would be more careful when the same message comes from the brand than if it comes from someone who had the experience. So it's more about like user advocacy and more about one-on-one relation rather than just the spam or the mass approach.
So what I hear from your words, for mature audience, it is more important to build trust, confidence, reliability.
Yeah, like confidence in the product. Yeah, absolutely. They, apart from the recommendations, they also respond quite well to samples. And as I was saying, it's not just about getting free stuff, but it's more like try before buy kind of approach. So definitely plugging them into the conversation, presenting good arguments, maybe be a little bit more factual than emotional.
You mentioned peer reviews. They seem to be more important for the mature audience.
Absolutely, yeah. They tend to listen much more to peer recommendations and user reviews rather than the content just purely produced by the brand itself.
So do you think that we are facing the danger that our children may start looking at us like we are dinosaurs?
Actually, I would beg to disagree. I think it's quite opposite. I mean, there's one thing like the image or the idea of younger generations about the older ones, but what I was trying to promote here is like not look at the baby boomers as a group of dinosaurs or like the elderly people like shopping through the malls and cluttering the aisles in the shopping centers, like searching for the cheapest yogurt they can buy, but rather and I had a couple of examples. So all of the US last 3 presidents are baby boomers, and the current one is as well. Madonna is a baby boomer, and all these people are baby boomers. Steve Jobs was one of them. So they definitely aren't dinosaurs. They developed the technologies we use nowadays, and they are quite friendly and familiar with the technologies themselves. They are online, they are in social, they use mobile. Definitely not dinosaurs.
Thank you very much for this conversation. I hope you're enjoying the conference. What do you think about it?
Absolutely. So it's my second time here. I was here for the first year. Absolutely enjoy it. That's why I came back, and I would love to keep coming back. It's good to have those regional conferences where people can meet and share ideas. So yeah, I love it.
Naš sogovornik je torej opozoril, da so razlike med tem, kako lahko naslavljamo določene starostne skupine z digitalnim komuniciranjem, a je obenem izpostavil, da marsikater pripadnik starejše generacije danes uporablja vsaj en kanal, kljub temu pa digitalnih komunikacij, kljub temu pa obstajajo pomembne razlike v vzorcu uporabe. Starejši uporabniki so veliko bolj previdni, veliko težje zaupajo svoje podatke, skrbi jih varnost in nenazadnje za te uporabnike je zato pomembno, da jih oglaševalec privabi tudi na druge načine. Recimo, brezplačni vzorci so zelo dober primer, niti ne toliko zaradi tega, da bi jim zagotovili nekaj brezplačnega, ampak ravno zaradi prej omenjene previdnosti starejše skupine uporabnikov, ki je torej nagnjena temu, da preizkusi določen izdelek, preden bi ga kupil. Torej, na moj izziv, ali nas bodo mogoče naši otroci nekoč začeli obravnavati, kot da bi bili dinozauri, je moj sogovornik lepo povedal, da tako kot mi danes pravzaprav starejših od sebe ne moremo in ne smemo obravnavati kot dinozaure, ne bodo niti oni nas. Nenazadnje, veliko je primerov znanih ljudi, ki so nekoliko starejši, a vendarle sprejemajo, uporabljajo te nove tehnologije in torej kljub razlikam v vzorcu vedenja so njihovi uporabniki. Naš sogovornik, drugače doma z Češke, je povratnik, bil je tukaj že lansko leto in se je z veseljem vrnil tudi letos. Meni, da je zelo pomembno, da se v regiji pogovarjamo o tem, da sodelujemo, da skupaj iščemo rešitve in se že veseli temu, da bo tudi v naslednjih letih prišel.